Well, look at that.
The delivery has arrived.
So it's here in all of its glory. There it is. She's not perfect, but looks a hell of a lot better than it did. Don't you think? So we can do something with this. Still some cleanup that can be done on the car. Paint was bubbling up, so the pressure washer got that. That's no problem. We're not worried about paint anyway. Paint is not an issue. The car cleaned up pretty good. I had the hood off of it, so we actually didn't finish the hood. That's why it looks a little dull, but yeah, overall, we're pretty happy with it. Not in the best shape. It looked a lot better. It looked like it had a lot more potential sitting under that tree. But it is what it is. Dents and stuff like that, I'm not too worried about. That's not really a concern of mine. We're not going to address those right now. Both doors really need to be replaced, and both fenders, I mean, they could be worked out. The back quarter panel is going to have to be fixed at some point. It's just a dent, it's just pushed in, but I think we can fix that between me and my dad. But anyway, so you remember this molding that I told you that we could fix, how it was bowed up on the FOXBODY? So I took it off. Real quick, I'm just going to kind of show you what it was that I was talking about. How to do this. So all we're going to do is heat this molding up until it starts to actually lay flat on its own. And at that point, we're going to clamp it down in between two pieces of wood, and it should be good. Well, it's going to help some anyway. So I will start this back. And there we get some results. Okay, so we've got some heat on the molding. It's pretty pliable, as you can see. That's what you're going to have to do with this. You know, I recommend if you just got the extra cash laying around to go ahead and just purchase a new one if you can. But if not, that's what this is for. Or if you just want to preserve what you've got, that's what we're going to do today. So here's what we're going to do. Take it while it's still warm, get it clamped in between two pieces of wood, something kind of flat, put a little pressure on it. Actually, that needs to come up just a little bit. Essentially like that. So, the molding is in between these two pieces of wood, and as you can see, it's remotely straight, and once it cools, it should stay that way for the most part. Sometimes it takes a couple times to get it right, but once you let this thing cool and you got it clamped, most of the time it's at least better than it was. So, all right, we'll look at it in a few minutes after it sits. All right, so we've got it out of the vise. It's cooled down. As you can see, it sits flat now. It's not going to be perfect, but this is absolutely something that you can work with now. So I don't have any double-sided tape, so I'm just going to kind of show you with some masking tape. Let me see if I can get this set up where you guys can see it. And obviously this masking tape is not really designed to hold this you know, to bend it. This is just strictly so that you guys can see how much more straight this molding is now. Obviously, with some double-sided tape, it will hold itself flat. So it's gonna have a little bow in the center, but let me show you what I'm talking about. So here it is back on the car, and obviously this thing has been beat to hell, guys. This is mainly for the molding that just bows a little bit on the ends. Honestly, more like that piece down there, but this could even still be saved if you know how to do a little bit of body work. But I'll show you what I'm talking about with a little bit of double-sided tape. Push this thing in, and you can see that it would lay flat. But that's that. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that's kind of a workaround that you can do with these moldings. Like I said, this molding back here is the same way you can do that. This would be a better example. See how it's just bowed on the ends? You pop this molding off, you pull that metal piece out, heat it up, clamp it, and you would be surprised at just how flat this thing will lay whenever it goes back on. That piece, somebody's tried to, I guess, maybe stick a screwdriver in there and prise this off at some point, and that's why you have the high spots in it. But those high spots can be sanded out. I don't know. I don't really think it's worth trying to save that piece. I'll probably just pick up another, but I did want to show you that's how you do that. So we're going to get to some more stuff for you guys. I'm going to show you a lot of the little tricks that I've learned through years on Fox bodies. Although this car is extremely rough and looks like shit, this is a perfect car to show you some of the things that I have learned through the years about Fox bodies. Some of the tricks of the trade. Are you ready for this? I don't think you are. So this is what we got to work with. Oh boy, what did I get myself into? This thing is rough. But honestly, guys, we knew that going into this. I mean, this is almost worst case scenario for a Fox body. It's pretty bad. I mean, it's just rat shit. There's I'm gonna need a gas mask whenever we go to pull this carpet out. Yeah, this is it. So this is what we got to work with. The plan is to obviously strip everything out of the interior, and hopefully we can proceed with this unless the floorboards are completely rotted out. Now I know that there's rust back here, but I'm hoping that it's not that bad. So I'm gonna leave this alone. As long as everything else is okay in the car, we're not gonna worry about this. We're gonna put the carpet in it. We're gonna do the interior like we said we were gonna do it, and we'll come back to this floor pan later on, maybe next year sometime or whenever we get around to it. The carpet can come back out, the interior, seats and whatnot, and this can be fixed. Right now, this is not motivation. This is not something that you want to do if you have a big project ahead of you. In my opinion, for the way that we're gonna do the car, I cannot come in here and work on fixing these floor pans and stay motivated. We're gonna bypass that. We're just gonna make it look pretty, and we will come back and address this later. I mean, this thing is pretty much gutted. So I kind of wanted to show you guys what I was talking about as to why we went with the SN95 dash, because everything in this car has been ripped out. There's really nothing left. This dash should be pretty easy to get out, and once it is, we'll probably just put it up and save it for another Fox body later on. But like I said before, here's our HVAC system. Here is our steering column, brake booster, radio. The overlay's going on the controls, but that's fine, we can put that back. Gas pedal, brake pedal. You know, I'm just going to kind of show you the individual pieces, but it's pretty much a whole interior minus the seats and a console. And yeah, that's it, guys. So we've got pretty much everything that we need. We've got the dash. The dash is in excellent shape, by the way. Carpet's down there. At some point, I'm not going to rush this, but at some point we're going to go ahead and start ripping everything out, see what we got. As far as body wise, man, this thing's rough. This is way worse than I thought. The doors are just wavy and uneven. The fenders, we'll probably just replace those. We may try to fix it. If we go back and paint the car white, a lot of this isn't going to show up. But then again, if you look just right down the doors and down the fenders, man, this car has taken a lot of abuse through the years. So it's going to take some work. I'm not looking forward to that at all. But fenders and doors can be replaced. So really the only thing that we would have to focus on will be the back half of the car. because we're obviously not going to cut that out and replace it. So that'd just be some body work back there. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. So another thing you need to know if you're going to own a Fox body is how to fix the doors. Obviously this thing's been sitting up for years, and it's all jacked up. I mean, the doors just, it's all jacked up. I'm going to show you real quick what to do, and I'm just going to use these tools because this is the fastest way. Anyway, these latches are adjustable. So all you want to do is more than likely is lower the striker and bump it in a little bit, at least for me. You can see where it was. This is where it's at now. Okay, let's see if it'll shut. Shuts. But we have a problem. I'm sure most of you Fox body guys are very aware of this problem. Also, I'll show you another trick. So if you need to get into your door, there's a rod inside the door and you push it down. That's actually how you get into these doors. Just so you know. That's the rod right there. So if you don't have a door handle, you can still get into your car. All right, so now this is not the correct way to do this. This is just something that I learned a long time ago. You can take tape and you can go around this. So that's not the correct way to do that. Don't use tape, guys. They make striker bushings that you can buy. I don't have one right now, but this is another fix. That may not be enough tape, but watch this. Look at that. Door is almost completely flush. So that's how you adjust and work on a door of a Fox body, because I promise you, if you have one of these cars, unless it is pristine, you're going to have these issues. So generally it's nothing more than a striker adjustment and a striker bushing to get these doors to shut. Now this could be a little tighter, but overall pretty good. So we got the door fixed where it'll shut today. We got to pop some door handles in it, and we got the molding flattened out. So now all we got to do is put some double-sided tape on the back side of that. That'll be good. So clean the windows a little bit. I hadn't cleaned on the inside. Scraped off a bunch of the mold and mildew that was on it. Working on the side windows, we'll get that. That's not done yet, complete. Got the rear quarter cleaned up, some of the gunk that where the wheel was sitting down into the dirt, and most of all that will come off actually, so it'll just take a little bit of time, but it did look worse than that. So just little things right now until we get ready to get started on the car. I'm going to share some of my little tips and secrets that I've learned through the years about these Fox bodies with you guys, and there is a ton to go. These are things you're just going to have to know if you own a Fox body, but we'll get into more later on, guys. So thanks for watching.